The Tennessee Valley mourning the loss of a music legend, a man who had a passion for Southern blues, an icon who passed along his expertise on rhythm and rhyming to generations. He's known as Microwave Dave. In the days after his passing, Dave Gallaher's legacy echoes across the Rocket City. And tonight, we hear from the people who worked alongside him.
Did all night boogie 'cause push come to shove. I did all night boogie.
The first time I ever saw Dave, I remember being a really small child and going to the park with my parents, and he was performing at the gazebo, and they just said, "We're going to see Microwave Dave," and that name just felt like really activated my imagination as a kid, and so ever since then I've loved his music.
Rachel Lackey, co-founder of Green Pea Press, is more than just a fan of Microwave Dave. She's worked with his Music Education Foundation to help print shirts and posters, a dream that came true.
He's sort of a larger-than-life character for anybody who's grown up here or spent any amount of time here. So just to be able to work directly with him and speak with him, and you know, he went from this legendary person to just this gentle giant who is so personable, and as everybody will say, just so kind and genuine and gentle and generous.
For his colleagues at WLRH, where he hosted his radio show, Talking the Blues, there was barely a dry eye when Fox 54 visited with on-air host Alex Hall, reflecting on how well Microwave Dave connected with people.
Dave had a unique ability to figure out how he could give and help you personally. He would spend a bit of time talking with you, getting to know you, and then figure out where he could help make a difference. For me personally, it was after learning that I had my folks coming into town who were huge blues fans, and he offered to meet up with them and spin some discs and shoot the breeze. And it was just, he didn't know them, he didn't have to do that, and this was Thanksgiving.
And with fans like even author Stephen King, who wrote the foreword for Microwave Dave's biography, Hall says his support for public radio showed Dave's character.
I think to have people of Dave's caliber realize that what's most important is to share and spread the joy, and that public radio is such a powerful way to do that because it is so accessible to everybody. That really spoke to his character and his understanding of how you reach the most people and how you do it in the most authentic way possible.
For both Lackey and Hall, they hope to see the Microwave Dave Music Education Foundation keep his legacy alive.
Through the foundation, he was able to influence so many more young lives with music, education, and I really hope that continues in his honor. I would love to see it keep growing.
I hope that it encourages more people to continue to listen to public radio, to listen to shows like Talkin' the Blues, expand their music horizons, and listen to other programming that is being done by local artists capturing all kinds of different genres of music.
The Microwave Dave Music Education Foundation and his family are thanking the community for its outpouring of love and support following his passing. They say the response from neighbors, city leaders, and friends has meant the most. The family and foundation said in a statement that they are taking time to grieve and be together. They plan to share details soon for a graduation celebration, a gathering named for Dave's belief that death is a graduation where everyone can honor his extraordinary life.